What is going on, everybody? ZyoniK here, and today we're going to be diving into the Psychic Cup. Now, the Psychic Cup is a brand new meta, and well, Shadow Gardevoir just destroys it. I'm sure you guys have either used it or faced off against it. We are pairing it with Victini and Claydol, and Claydol is a really nice core with Gardevoir because with that Mud Slap, it can beat stuff like Victini, Bronzong, Galarian Slowbro, the stuff that beats Gardevoir, which is very, very nice. And we have Victini there on safe swap. Let me know what you guys think, and let's get right into it. All right, getting into game one, we have Gardevoir on the lead versus Malamar. This is not going to go over well. Malamar is a nice Pokemon for this meta, but the thing it needs to worry about is Gardevoir, and as you can see why, Charm is chunking. Now, they decided to stay in, which tells me they don't have an answer for Shadow Gardevoir. So when they don't have an answer for Shadow Gardevoir, you give Gardevoir 2 shields and tappity tap tap away. Now we do see Alolan Raichu come in now, and there's really no shoutcasting to be done here. They just sadly don't have a good answer for Shadow Gardevoir. So we're gonna go ahead and shield the Thunder Punch, and let's see what contestant number 3 is gonna be. It is going to be a Hoopa. So really fun team by my opponent. I am obviously using a try-hard team, but Gardevoir just 1v3'd the whole team right there because Charm is absolutely broken. So good game, very well played. All right, Gardevoir now versus Xatu. So again, pretty strong lead for us. There's no resistances, so we will be staying in on this as Charm is just chunking away. And since they are not swapping out, we are staying in with Gardevoir. They may be weak in the back, just like game one. So we're going to go ahead and shield, stop that Ominous Wind. We do see a Bronzong come in, so we're going to go ahead and swap out right away into Victini. Now, this is Confusion Bronzong, which is going to allow us to really load up on energy here and go for a V-Create to force the first shield of this game. We do get the shield. Now, I am concerned about what potentially is in the back, and since they decided to shield, I'm like, you know what? I think I can get to 2 more V-Creates because this is Confusion Bronzong, so we're going to go ahead and just load up. Try to time this V-Create now in the middle of that Confusion. That way we can go for a second one right here. Now, they decide to no-shield it. Boom! Victini takes it out. Final Pokemon is going to be Alolan Raichu. Claydol, obviously, going to do very, very well here. And this is why Claydol is such a nice pairing with that Gardevoir, is because of how strong of a counter it is to Gardevoir's counters. They're a really nice core. So we're going to come in with the Claydol and this Alolan Raichu, even if it does have Grass Knot, which we'll have to see. I'm just going to ruin the surprise. It does have Grass Knot. It can tank it. And these Mud Slaps are chunking, and they won't be able to get to a second Grass Knot in time. They are going to decide to throw the Thunder Punch, but we are part ground typing, so we heavily resist that. And I'm going to swap into the Gardevoir to take it right there, and that is going to be a good battle. Very well played. All right, this is going to be the fastest 5-0 set you've ever seen. All right, we got Victini on the lead. So lead loss. We're going to go into the mirror fight right now. Again, we have Claydol in the back to handle it. So we're going to stay in this mirror fight, and they decided to go for V-Create first. This is a slight mistake. You want to play chicken with V-Creates because, 1, it's resistant, and 2, it severely lowers your defense, which means my V-Create now is going to be doing much more damage, so they will be forced to shield. And since we did get a shield right there, I'm going to try to see if I can get to a second one, but I don't. I'm going to go ahead, let this go, come in with Claydol, and now load up on energy. I'm going to let the timer go down here, and then we're going to come in with that Claydol and farm down. I'm hoping that Victini is their only answer, and they do have a Rapidash that is coming in, which is obviously super cool Pokemon now that has Fairy Wind as well, but we can easily just double shield right here, go for Shadow Ball, and I might look to now swap into Gardevoir after I did CMP tie here with Shadow Ball. This is going to be one-shotting the Rapidash here if they decide to no-shield it, but they decided to shield. That's fine. We're going to come in and just Charm down right here, and then Victini is still very low. We still have a shield though, so we will have to shield this, but we're going to trust that Victini is the only counter now to Gardevoir, and we will give up the final shield here instead of letting Claydol close this game out. Final Pokemon is going to be a Galatahelly, which is very interesting. Super cool Pokemon, but we do have access to Shadow Ball. And you don't need double charge moves here on Gardevoir. You literally just need Shadow Ball and Charm. Boom! Takes it out. That is going to be a good game. Very well played. All right, moving to the next one, we got Gardevoir now versus Bronzong. Again, another lead loss, but we have 2 good answers in the back, so we're going to go into that Victini safe swap. Now, they're deciding to stay in. They are doing some nice super effective damage right there, but they do swap out now into Deoxys, and that was a poison jab, which I have a feeling this is attack form Deoxys, and it is. Boom! Boom! One-shots it right there. Oof! And now they come in with Gardevoir. We're going to go ahead and go for another V-Create. I don't think I'll get to 2, considering my defense drop, so I'd rather they get less energy. That's why I went for the back-to-back. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't have gotten to 2. So now we're going to go ahead, obviously knowing there is a Bronzong in the back, we're going to save 2 shields here for Claydol, and we're going to come into the mirror fight and just charm each other down. Neither of us are going to get to a charge move, so we will take them out, and then we don't have a lot of health for them to be able to farm down, so we will come in, and this is why Claydol is so good. Bronzong, Victini, the 2 hardest counters you guys are going to be seeing to a Shadow Gardevoir. Claydol absolutely shreds apart with that Mud Slap fast move. It is really, really clutch here as a duo. So if you are going to run Shadow Gardevoir, I highly suggest Claydol. It is just, it's so nice. So we will be Mud Slapping down, and that is going to be a good battle. Very well played. I think that might be all the battles. Was that 4 or 5? Gardevoir on the lead versus Alolan Raichu. All right. We have 2 really solid answers for this, Charm obviously being the first one here, and they're deciding to stand. Now they swap out into Bronzong, so we're going to go ahead and come in with the Claydol now. In order for Victini to beat the Bronzong, it has to land a V-Create, and I don't want to set myself up in that situation. I would rather come in, commit 1 shield to potential Bulldoze here, and just hard farm down. That way we have energy on the back end, because considering it is the Psychic Cup, we have Shadow Ball and Rock Tomb. Now they decide to bring in Victini, so I'm going to go ahead and go for the Rock Tomb here. Shadow Ball is a bit less energy, but this Rock Tomb is going to be debuffing the Victini on its attack, which is going to really help out later on. Now, can we get to this Shadow Ball in time? No, we cannot. So I think I decide actually to shield right here. I do, knowing that Alolan Raichu is the only other Pokemon. We're going to go ahead and let Claydol take this game, as this next Shadow Ball will be forcing the final shield here from Victini. And then we are going to go ahead and Mud Slop down, and I'm going to swap now into my own Victini here to catch the charge move, as V-Create is resisted. We still have our Gardevoir, we still have Claydol, and we will be able to farm down with Quick Attack, and I believe the opponent decided to leave the game right there. I do apologize, this team was just... I don't even know. It just deleted everything. So we're going to go ahead and go for the V-Create, and that's going to be a good game. Very well played. Yeah, I think the opponent left, but that is okay. This team is just filthy. It is absolutely strong. It's really nice play style as well, if you do like the ABB kind of back line with a good safe swap that can force shields there. So good battles right there. Psychic Cup, I mean, it's a limited meta, right? We've seen Flying Cup. There's not a lot of good options. You have a very limited amount of Pokemon. So this meta is basically going to be all about the spammy Pokemon, right? Rapidash, Victini, the Charmers, so Gardevoir here, and then the anti-Charm. That's kind of going to be the circle that goes around. But this team was really fun. Shadow Gardevoir, Claydol, and Victini. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And like always, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.